Greetings to everyone. This is Margaret Kanimuri, Head and Assistant Professor, Department of Biotechnology, St. Josephs College of Arts and Science for Women, Hosur. In this video, we are going to see about polysaccharides. Polysaccharides are otherwise called polycarbohydrates and they are the most abundant carbohydrates found in food. They are the long chain polymeric carbohydrates and it is composed of monosaccharides units. The monosaccharides units are joined together by glycosidic linkages. This polysaccharides most abundant naturally occurring macromolecular polymers and they are obtained from the renewable sources. The renewable sources like algae, plants, and it is also obtained from the microorganism such as fungi and bacteria. It will give structure, protection, adhesion, and stimulate responsiveness. It plays a crucial role in the immune system, blood clotting, fertilization, pathogenesis, preventions, and therapeutic efficacy. Characteristic of polysaccharides. The polysaccharides have the following properties. They are sweet in taste. Many polysaccharides are insoluble in water. They are hydrophobic in nature. They do not form crystals and desiccations. It can be extracted to form a white powder. They are high molecular weight carbohydrates. Inside the cells, they are very compact and osmotically inactive. They consist of hydrogen, carbon, and oxygen. Classification of carbohydrates. Here, the polysaccharides are classified into two major groups, homopolysaccharides, heteropolysaccharides. The homopolysaccharides are again classified into storage form and structural form. If you are seeing the storage form, in plant, the homopolysaccharides are present in the form of starch. In animal, it is stored in the form of glycogen. And in structural homopolysaccharides, in plant, it is present in the form of cellulose. In animal, it is in chitin. Heteropolysaccharide, contracting sulfate. Homopolysaccharides. Homo. Homo means same. A polysaccharide that contains the same type of monosaccharide is known as the homopolysaccharide. Here we are going to see about the important homopolysaccharides. That is glycogen. The glycogen is made up of large chain of molecules and it is found in animals and fungi. Cellulose. Cellulose we can see in the cell wall of plant. It is made up of long chains of beta glycosides. Starch, it is formed by the condensation of amylose and amylopectin. It is found largely in plants, fruits, seeds. Inulin, it is made up of number of fructofuranose molecules. It is joined together in chains. We can see this inulin in tubers of Dahlia and artichoke. Starch. Starch is a homopolysaccharide. It is made up of glucose units. These glucose units are joined together by glycosidic linkages. It is an organic compound found in all living plants. And this is the reserve food in plants stored in chloroplast in the form of granules and storage organs like roots, tuber, stem, and seeds. Structure. If you are seeing this structure of the starch, it is a homoglycan composed of single type of sugar units. A single starch molecule has 300 to 1000 glucose units bound together, and the starches are composed of two kinds of polysaccharides, that is amylose and amylopectin. This amylose, if you are seeing this amylose, it contains the alpha 1,4 and alpha 1,6 glycosidic linkages. The ratio of amylose to amylopectin is varies. It depends on the source of starch from where we got it. And the ranges of this amylose and amylopectin is 17 to 70 percentage amylose and 83 to 30 percentage amylopectin. Alpha amylose, or otherwise it is called amylose, it has a molecular weight range of 10,000 to 50,000 molecule. This amylose are joined together by means of alpha 1,4 glucosides. Beta amylose is otherwise called amylopectin. It has a high molecular weight range of 50,000 to 1 lakh. That is 300 to 5500 glucose units per molecule. This alpha-1,6 glycosidic linkages, it is found in amylopectin in addition to the alpha-1,4 glycoside linkages. In plants, starch molecules are arranged in the form of semi-crystalline granules. Functions of starch. This is the most common and essential storage form of carbohydrates in plants and major source energy in the carbohydrate diet. When it is hydrolysis, it will give glucose and it will give the energy to the glycogen. Glycogen is a branched polysaccharide and this is the major form of glucose in animals and humans. It is often termed as animal starch and it is stored in the liver and muscles of animals. If you're seeing that structure of glycogen, it is a branched chain polysaccharides and the structure of this glycogen is resembles to amylopectin. The glycogen molecule is composed of alpha-1,4 and alpha-1,6 linkages and this is will produce the helical polymer structure and we can see in the form of granules in the cytoplasm. The glycogen structure is similar to starch but has more branches, is more compact than starch. It is synthesized in the body when there is an excess glucose produced in the body. Functions of this glycogen. This is the storage form of energy in our body. This whenever our glucose level is decreases and this glycogen will breaks down and it is involved in the synthesis of glucose. About 60 to 10 percentage of this weight of the liver is made up of glycogen, which is converted into glucose molecule during fasting. This is the reserved glycogen in the muscle cells and it will serve as a fuel or the supply of ATP during the muscle contraction. This is the structure of this glycogen. If you are seeing this glycogen structure, it contains alpha-1,4 and alpha-1,6 linkages. Cellulose. Cellulose is the most abundant extracellular polysaccharides which is present in the plants and this is the most abundant biomolecules in the biosphere. It is found in all land plants but it is absent in meat, egg, fish and milk. The human body cannot digest the cellulose. It is occurs in the cell walls of plants and this is contributes a major way to the structure of the organism. Structure. The molecular weight of cellulose ranges from 20,000 to 2 lakhs. That is, it contains 1,250 to 12,500 glucose residues and it is formed by means of this glycosidic linkages. Two glucose units, beta D glucose molecules are joined together and it is producing the cellulose. Functions. This is the major structural polysaccharides in plants that forms the various structure of plant cells including the cell wall. It will give high rigidity and strength and it will enables the cells to have solid structure and shape. It can be degraded into smaller monosaccharides like glucose and it can be give the energy. It is also important for the formation of paper and wood. Functions of polysaccharides. This polysaccharide serves as a structural organization in animals and plants. They store energy in organism and many polysaccharides becomes covalently bonded with the lipids and proteins. It form a glycolipids and glycoproteins. This glycolipids and glycoproteins it will send messages and signals between and within the cells. They provide support to the cells. Cell wall of the plants are made up of polysaccharide cellulose and the cellulose will support to the cell wall of the plant. In insects and fungi, chitin plays an important role in providing support to the extracellular matrix around the cells. And this is here is the small assessment. So you can give your answer in the comment section. So, thank you for listening this video.